Yeah,
Got pictures in front of the White House. Got pictures all over DC.
good for you, man. All right, why don't we get cranking? If everyone could throw your cameras on, thank you for coming. I'm so excited for our first session. This is my friend Julie Martin, and she's the director of customer care at a company called Rescription, which you guys are going to hear all about. And Julie's just amazing. She's one of these people you meet who you instantly like right away. She's just got an amazing personality and and extremely talented and skilled at what she does. She spent 30 years as a customer relations expert at a company called Cigna, which is the global health services company. They're a monster. Um, and now she runs the customer care division at this. I don't know if you call yourself, would you guys call yourself a startup still, Julie? Or they're about 2, 3 years old, right?
Right. We're
Uh,
on the, cusp of not being a startup,
Not being a start, right?
but we still like that term, right? Because we're
Phrase.
trying to mix things up.
So they are, I'm going to let her explain a little bit better than I am about what Rescription is and what they do, but they're what's called a pharmacy benefit manager. So in a nutshell, they help companies and they help, most importantly, employees save money on prescription drugs. As you guys know, so many drugs the cost of these things are so inflated and people just get really taken advantage of, and they're making drugs more affordable for more people. So they're really disrupting this whole industry of high price prescription drugs and options and flexibility for you guys. And they are a remote company, so they have some roles which she'll tell you about, and they're huge supporters of military. And they've hired two folks from us over the last few years, Jennifer Goodman and Joel Tolentino. And I don't know if they're here as well, but if they are, you'll get a chance to meet them. And they've been working there, and they'll be able to tell you a little bit about their experience so far. So, Julie, anyway, why don't you first of all, thanks for coming, man. We appreciate you. And tell everyone a little bit about yourself and your background, and then what brought you to Rescription.
Sure. And yes, Joel and Jen are both on the call, so all
Great.
three of us are
Awesome.
representing Rescription. But I would say first and foremost, I just want to thank everyone on this call for your military service. It's certainly an honor to be able to present to you Rescription and everything that our company has to offer. As Jordy said, my name is Julie Martin, so I'm the director of the customer care team at Rescription. And I've worked at Rescription now for 3 years. And like I said, pretty much from the beginning of the startup. Prior to Rescription, I worked at Cigna Healthcare for over 30 years, held a variety of roles, operations, finance, international. And in terms of my schooling. So I have an undergraduate degree from Trinity College in Hartford, Connecticut, and my earned my MBA from Emory University in Atlanta. So I bring all of that knowledge to Rescription. I currently work from home in Connecticut, which is also where I grew up, and I am also a military spouse. So, like I said, it is a true pleasure to be here this morning. Next up to bat, I wanted to introduce my two teammates, Jen Goodman and Joel Tolentino, who came to Rescription through Seven Eagle. Jen Goodman, why don't you introduce yourself to the team?
Good morning, everyone. I'm glad to be here. And just like Julie, thank you all for your service, your continued service. I've been here, my third year anniversary is next month, and I I love it. It's great. I only served for 4 years in the Army, which my experience was great, but I was very, very young. And I have been in the workforce for over 45 years doing various jobs. But I have to admit, this is probably my most favorite job. I commuted back and forth from jobs for 40 years and did not think I was going to be able to transition to work from home. And you can't get me to leave the house now. So, I mean, I only go to the grocery once a week. I love it. It is so, I have my office set up and it's just perfect for this environment. So I really like it. And working with Julie is awesome. I have never worked for a manager that appreciates her staff so much. And she works with us. She has a great attitude. We tease her. She's our Juliana on the team. Whenever we're feeling a little rough and depressed about the day, she's chin up, and trying to motivate us into being happy, smiley faces when we talk to our clients. So working with Julie is a pure joy. And I really mean that. I couldn't ask for a better boss. The company is great. Everybody here is just great, but we are a small company, and the startup, a lot of people my age would be scared to take a risk this close to retirement. But being in the military at such a young age, I have taken a risk in almost every job I've had. So this really wasn't new, but I am very, very glad to be here. So thank you all for inviting me.
Thank you, Jen Goodman. I appreciate the kind words for sure. But you guys
That's okay.
motivate me, so we're a team. All right, Joel Tolentino.
Hey,
And
do it again, Joel. Get your audio on.
Can you hear me now?
I got you.
Okay,
Yes.
all right, good. Thanks. All right, good morning, everybody. My name is Joel. I'm one of the care guys in Rescription. I've been with the company since 2023. It's been going on for 2.5 years now. Before my transition to Rescription, I served in the Air Force. I retired out of the Air Force. And I was actually part of the Seven Eagle cohort in late in 2022 and completed my SkillBridge and joined Rescription as I got out of the military. I'm currently in LA, California, and well, with the help of this program, it was a pretty smooth transition for me going from military to civilian, and it's pretty awesome to work with Julie in Rescription.
thanks, Joel.
If I could just
yeah,
add something
sure.
too before you jump in, Joel.
Sure.
First of all, Jennifer and Joel, thank you so much for being incredible representatives for the military talent. The fact that you guys are excelling and doing so well, and Julie and Scott always brag about how great of team members you are. That what that does is it helps companies hire more vets. So I thank you guys for everything you're doing and the hard work. And obviously, you got an incredible mentor in Julie, and that corporate culture is, Jennifer, you were alluding to, that makes that makes such a big difference. No matter what company you guys choose, you want to find a boss like Julie and somebody who's going to support and help you throughout. So anyway, go ahead, Julie, take it over.
Yeah, no, thank you. And definitely, we've actually had 3 total members come through Seven Eagle, and for what we do in the call center, we've had 0% turnover, which I think, speaks volumes to the people that we hire and the teamwork and the camaraderie that we have here at Rescription. We're all working together for the same goal, and the fact that we haven't had one person on our team leave just, I think, says a lot. So Jordy, I thought today we would, try to match some of the items that you guys were seeking to learn from Rescription in terms of our mission and potential job openings. I thought we would talk about our career journeys and some company insights on Rescription, and then have time for Q&A at the end. So I'm just going to roll through the presentation, and like I said, if people have questions, they can ask them at that time, or we can wait till the end. Whatever you prefer. We're pretty flexible.
Yeah, go through it, and we'll do the Q&A at the end.
Sure, sounds great. So I just wanted to start with the Rescription, our mission. So we were founded in 2021. So I think we're still technically a startup. We are a pharmacy benefits manager, also known as a PBM. We are based out of Ketchum, Idaho, and you can see our picture of our founder and CEO, Scott Martin. Scott's actually someone I've known for 35 plus years. So we have a, a past connection there. 100% of our employees at Rescription are remote, and they're literally, all across the country. You heard Joel's in California, Jen Goodman is in Kentucky. We have employees in Ohio and Florida, and all across the U.S. So we have, I think we're up to just under 20 total employees at Rescription now. I remember when I first started, I was number 11. So it's good to see that we've continued to grow. And then what is our core mission? So our mission really is to reduce prescription costs for businesses and lower employee expenses. And of course, what everyone's interested is their copay. And in the future, as we grow and expand, we will be seeking, we call them customer care representatives. You may also hear them referred to as care guides for our high cost drug program. So, our ideal candidates obviously need to be able to work with minimal supervision in a remote environment and just really be self-motivated to stay productive and help our customers. We really look for people who are high on the empathetic scale, as these customers who are taking these high cost drugs are tend to be the critically ill patients, people that are very sick and need our help to help get them through our process. Okay, the next slide. So this is just a summary of our executive team here at Rescription. You can see that there is a vast healthcare and business industry experience with a track level of success. So, everywhere from CBS to Oxford Health to Cigna, where I come from, Stanford Health, Viacom, Google, Zoom. So everybody brings a superpower to the team. And that's one of the things that I really like about Rescription. And then because we are a startup, we've had to lean on several partners, mostly in the technology area, to kind of get us, the base of the pyramid, as we would say, with some of our partnerships with either Capital RX or Vinyl. So we have partnered with them to kind of help us launch. But as you can see, you can really ask for a wider range of experience and expertise that everybody's bringing to the table here at Rescription. And that was one of the things that really attracted me to Rescription as well. Let's see, next slide. So here's what we're sort of trying to tackle at Rescription. As you can see, the prescription drug spend in this country is increasing at an unsustainable rate. Back in 2010, the spend was $253 billion, and it's projected in 2030 to be $565 billion, which is 87% growth. So that is, really, truly, remarkable. It's exponential growth. So what we aim to do here at Rescription is to help businesses, employees, help lower their drug costs. Here's some of our, marketing materials here. As Jordy stated at the beginning, we are definitely a disruptor in the PBM industry. We market ourselves as an anti-PBM. But, some of the things that we do different from some of the other PBMs is we have, what we call radical clarity on our prices. We try to not play any games, and we are really working very diligently to lower the drug costs and keep the process simple. So that is sort of our core differentiator. Next, I'm just going to drill down a little bit to what myself and Jen and Joel do on a daily basis, and that is work with our members. So some of the key differentiators and benefits that we offer here at Rescription in regards to the high cost drug program that our care guide team manages is at the end of the day, our members will enjoy a $0 copay if they go through our very simple process. And we have a concierge member support team, and that is our care guide team. We offer white glove service and a dedicated team, US based. Like I mentioned before, they're all remote. And so, we are not robots. We if someone calls us, they will get a live agent on the phone, which I think customers definitely appreciate. And then we also offer some of the technology tools, such as our My Rescription mobile app and our web app. I'm just going to keep rolling here. So even going to go a little bit deeper. So the concierge call team. So this is essentially a snapshot at a high level of what they do on a daily basis. So what will happen is the member script will go through the pharmacy. Our system, which we call Rexy, that actually very smart people on our team have helped develop, will flag a high cost drug claim. And essentially that will send a ticket over here to our Rescription care guide team. Our Rescription care guide team will connect with the member. They will help set up a telemed visit with the contracted pharmacy, and then our system Rexy will process the claim, and that results in a savings for both the employer and the member. And generally speaking, the members are all charged up about receiving a $0 copay for these very, very expensive drugs. These drugs can be $5, $10, $20,000, and the member, if they are willing to go through our process, that they can receive a $0 copay. So the program essentially sells itself, but we're there. The care guides are there to help every step of the way. Okay, so here's just sort of a bullet pointed list of the job overview of our care guide team. So like I said before, it's a concierge call center team. So it's very high touch, empathetic, just, put yourself in the customer's shoes is what we always say. How would we want to be treated? And then just the skills, being able to resolve issues quickly, troubleshoot, and we really, at the end of the day, want to exceed patient expectations. And we've received a lot of glowing reviews and surveys from our customers who are very overwhelmingly happy with the service that they receive. And like I said, Joel and Jen on this call have been a big part of that. And it's always great to receive positive feedback from our customers. And at the end of the day, these are remote positions and just strong problem solving skills, and that usually makes for a really great care guide. Some of the qualifications that you look for and have been successful for us with our first waves of hiring would be, to have an associate or bachelor's degree. Our team right now is comprised of some pharmacy technicians, so that's also preferred. We do have a nurse on the team, Jen Goodman, and generally speaking, those are just preferred. But if if other candidates have a strong customer service or pharmacy background, I think that they could definitely be successful in this role. If they've ever worked in, a call center, a pharmacy, or, even basic customer service, I think that, they would be successful in this role. So that's just some of the, high level qualifications that we look for. Okay, and then finally, Actually, I think I have 2 more slides. So just wanted to spend some time. I think, you guys are interested on, our career journeys. And we thought this is where, you know, Joel and Jen will talk about their applicable military experience, prior work experience prior to coming to Rescription, share some more insights about Rescription and our company culture, and then, help offer some advice for the transition to the civilian workforce. So who'd like to go first? Jen, you good? I know you have some points you want to share with everyone, and then Joel can go.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
And Jen,
I
maybe
can do that.
also share, Jen, that was great, Julie, but Jen, share about like what do you like about working at home? Like what are some of your favorite things about, what are some of the things maybe that might make it a little more challenging? Yeah, include that as well, because I think that'll be of interest to a lot of people.
Okay, I can try to fit that in as well, I
Yeah.
guess. Well, as far as military experience that I brought to this job, one of the old sayings when I was in was hurry up and wait. So, first thing in the morning, we make all our calls and then we spend the rest of the day waiting on return calls from our members. The working from home, the transitioning, I did not think I was going to be disciplined enough. But I guess after 40 plus years in the workforce, I had more discipline than I realized. My biggest challenge working from home is I have a 20-year-old cat who sometimes just likes to randomly caterwaul throughout the day. I had a patient or a member accuse me of having a child in the house, and I might not be treating it well, and I had to set him straight, and it was a cat. But it has been exciting. It has been challenging, I will say. The technical challenges, which I'm so grateful we have Joel. He has solved so many of our technical problems. And that has definitely been one that I was somewhat tech savvy throughout my various jobs that I've had. I had one job where I walked into the resource center and I helped people on the computer with situations getting set up for, documents and that kind of thing. And I've taken that with me since. But uh, yeah, here we have all kinds of technical issues. So technical background, I think, would definitely come in handy if you have any experience with that. Um, as far as any other challenge, Julie's very flexible. If we have something that we have to do throughout the day, whether, run to the post office, pick up scripts, she always works with us to get it around our breaks or, at the end of the shift or beginning the shift. And she's great about trying to set up stuff like that, especially with us older workers, which most everybody on our team is, above the age of 40. So I don't know. Other than that, it's relatively, like I said, I thought I would have a challenge getting organized, but it's very easy. The self-discipline, I don't know whether that was innate or whether that came from military or just, work ethic. I'm not real sure, but it definitely works. And being available for the members and helping them to solve problems on the fly is can be challenging for some, depending on your experience and your background. Being in a nurse and knowing how a doctor's office works and how they file like prior authorizations and do all that, it does help with getting acclimated to some of the questions that might come up from the members. But we do such a good job that they call us for almost everything, which is really kind of rewarding in itself. Whenever they have a problem, they call us. I had one gentleman that called me when he got admitted in the hospital and lost all his phone contacts and asked me to call his wife because he couldn't even remember her phone number. So, you run into all kinds of different situations and it makes you feel more than just a care guide or a PBM type person. You really genuinely feel connected to the members that you're working with. And that's really good. And Julie doesn't discourage it. She doesn't like us being on the phone for 45 minutes talking about social things, but if a patient or a member is really having a problem, she just kind of steps out of the way and guides us if we need it. And Rescription is great. The leadership is awesome. They always respond whenever we have any difficulties, and even if it's something that isn't relatable, they don't make you feel stupid when it's an obvious answer. So it's really a breath of fresh air working for Rescription. I hope to stay here until I retire.
Hey,
Same
can we go
here.
to Shake, or after Joel, then Shaquan's got a question. So go ahead, Joel.
Yeah, same here. I'm happy to be with Prescription. Yeah, for me, it's like that transition was smooth because I went to the Seven Eagle program. I think Seven Eagle prepared me for this kind of work because I did the 6 months SkillBridge program. So when I got in on December 22, I got in the program and then started in after about a month or two, about a month or so. Rescription got me in, and I basically worked for them until I transitioned to a permanent position in April. So after SkillBridge, that transition was smooth for me in remote work. So yeah, so basically everything is the company is awesome, especially Julie. And working in remote, you can go anywhere. You know, if you're going somewhere, you can just take your laptop and you know work from home or from whatever you want to go. Yep.
Awesome. Shaquan, go ahead, bud.
So, first of all, I want to thank you guys for coming out and speaking to us today. So, a big question I have for actually the entire panel, because I actually hear the empathy inside of your voices when you guys speak about helping people. Is this allowed for you guys to be so successful in your role?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is because helping people is our primary objective, and is our goal to have their um, like medication at zero copay and help them get it, you know, fast and smoothly.
Yes, I agree as well. Helping people is something that has always been one of my driving things. That's why I did the nursing, and I have various jobs in customer care throughout my lifetime. Even when I was in the Army, I was in supply at the time and helping a third shop when they had to do vehicle replacements and get motor parts. That's where I worked. I was always trying to make sure that they got all the parts they needed even after hours. So I think it's definitely a must need in this job, or a skill to definitely have, or a drive that we can build on.
That's cool. Thanks, Shaquan. Jesse.
Right. Thank you guys for coming to speak to us. So I love that you guys are remote. That's something that I'm very interested in. I was wondering, do you also allow for like international remote? Like, for example, I'm in Japan,
Yeah.
and how, so I know it's remote, but how flexible are you with the hours?
Yes, I'll take that question. So yes, we are very, very flexible. So we actually have had employees that have gone overseas and worked from like Italy and Spain. So um, that is definitely an option. In terms of our hours, we generally work from around 8. Our shifts run from like 8:30 in the morning to 6 p.m. Eastern. So your shift would be somewhere in that time frame. So, you would have to adjust to sort of East Coast hours while working in, say Japan.
Awesome.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's going to be 40 hours a week. There's no part-time positions.
Not at this time, but we would definitely be willing to explore part-time. Right now we're all full-time, but I think that's also an option. So we have some peak seasons that we would, we are open to part-timers as well.
What are the hours,
Awesome.
Joel? Like, is your line open 24 hours a day, or is it 12 hours?
Our yeah, our line is generally open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern.
But maybe as
That's
you
our
get bigger,
core
maybe you'd want to
hours.
expand that as you get
Yes,
clients, you know?
Right. Our main call center, which is Capital RX, they're open 24/7. So they handle the, general benefit inquiries for routine maintenance drugs. Our team is handling the high cost drugs, so our hours generally mirror the pharmacy's hours. But yes, as we expand, so we've already expanded hours once. Our first client and hospital system was in New Jersey. So that was East Coast. Our second one was in Baton Rouge. So that's Central Time. So we've already expanded. Ultimately, we will have clients that are going to be, Mountain and West Coast hours. Yeah. So we will, expand, to, I guess, probably 8 p.m. Eastern, add 3 hours.
That's great.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jess. Ashley, go
good
ahead.
question. Yep.
Hi, Miss Julie. Good morning to you and your team. My name is Ashley Moore. I like what I'm hearing. I have a background in medical administration. I did about 15 years as an Army spouse, working in every department you could think of, from TRICARE to appointments, referral management, authorizations. I used to do prescriptions for patients that were on oxygen. How could you see someone like me benefiting your empire? Or what do you think would be easy if I was to apply for a job like this? Is this something you think I would be able to transition into smoothly?
Yes, I mean, based on everything that you listed right there, is a lot of what the job entails. So I think it would be an easy transition for you, especially you mentioned scheduling, you mentioned authorizations. There are definitely things that the team is involved in. So, I definitely think, you would be a good match and, would be able to transition very smoothly.
Wow, ma'am, if you have any part-time, let me know.
Okay, will do. Get those resumes over.
Thanks,
Okay.
Ash.
Yeah, great question.
Talia, go ahead.
Good morning, Miss Julie and everyone.
Morning.
So my question, I'm not too sure because I was driving from my exam, but do you guys do OJT, or is that like not a thing you guys are doing just yet?
You're talking about, just so she understands, for SkillBridge, right? Yeah, you
Yes.
could do that. Yeah, they will entertain that. That's the preferred. So you guys can really make sure you like the job. They can make sure you're a good fit, and then it can convert just like Joel did.
Okay, gotcha. Alrighty. So you might be seeing me because I'm very interested in that. I'm very passionate about helping people. That's really up my alley. So
That's great. Awesome. All right. So Julia, Jennifer, and Joel, we have one of our transitioning vets is on with us now, and he wants to practice his elevator pitch for you guys. And then I want each of you to give him a little feedback. You guys cool with that?
Yes,
All
definitely.
right. Mr. Keaton, where are you?
Yes, sir.
Should I stop sharing?
Yeah, you could stop.
Okay.
That's fine. All right. Wait, let's highlight Mary, if you can highlight Keaton as well, so everyone can see him. So we've been working on these pitches as everyone on the call is heading down this path of introducing themselves to hiring authorities and going for jobs. So we really want them to get a lot of reps in at introducing themselves. So Keaton agreed to give it a whirl. So first of all, thank you, Keaton, for
no worries.
Yeah, you're brave, Keaton. Come on.
No worries. I'm happy.
All right, fire away, buddy.
Hey, Julie, I'm Keaton. What I love about Rescription is that you're flipping the pharmacy benefits world on its head, actually putting people first and making prescriptions simpler and cheaper. That's exactly how I work too. I'm great at breaking down complicated stuff, making it easy to understand and keeping people feeling supported. As a care guide, I'd be that friendly guide members can count on to get answers fast, save money, and feel good about the care. Bottom line, I want every call or chat to remind people why Rescription is different and better. And if you ask me why I would be personally interested in this job, I'm especially passionate about Rescription's mission because I lost my mom earlier this year due to complications with getting the right medications. That experience made me realize how broken the system can be, and it's why I'm committed to helping others avoid that kind of struggle. For me, it isn't just a job, it's a personal passion.
Wow. Yeah. So my first reaction is you're hired. No, I love how you had done research on the company and you matched it to the skills that you bring to the table. I love at the end too, you also personalized it, and especially, understanding that we're working with high cost drugs, and match that up with your mother, and I'm sorry for your loss. But so that, I think those two things were great in the sales pitch for sure. It stuck out to me that you had done a lot of research of the company, so you were definitely prepared. So I don't know.
Thanks, Julie.
Yeah, no, Jen, Joel, I don't know. Do you guys have any feedback? Oh, Joel, you're muted.
Yeah, I like the personalization part of
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
I think that, the personalization was.
What do you think, Jen?
I thought it was great. It's a great elevator intro. I loved it. I am so sorry for your loss. I know that's got to be so hard and challenging, especially when you're transitioning from job to job. So I do send my
Well,
condolences.
I didn't
wish
mean
you
to
luck.
put a somber start to everybody's morning.
No, it's okay.
No, it's fine. We've all lost somebody.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're bouncing back and trying to move forward. So that's good.
Something else that you mentioned, Julie, this is outside of the elevator pitch that I just really love is you were saying earlier how when people are struggling and going through issues with medications and they're trying to get help, the most frustrating and annoying thing, and I speak on this because I literally just went through it, sitting there speaking to a AI robot for 30 minutes,
Yes.
answering the same questions over and over again when you're going through a really difficult time is I love that y'all are putting actual people at the front of the company to be there and be supportive for others. So honestly, thank you guys for doing what you do. I wish that I had y'all when I was going through it. So
yeah,
Well
that's the
said.
other thing. When you say AI, I am a very big advocate for not having AI take over these roles for that exact reason, because it would be much more frustrating than, sometimes I can be a hardhead, but you can get through to me a lot faster than the AI, I promise.
Yeah.
So just tell me your problem and I will, and what you brought to your elevator speech is perfect. Like I said, and Julie hit it too. Researching the company is very important, and then matching your skills with that company.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you're on
Well
the right
done.
road to get that figured out in the 30 minutes we've been on here. Good job.
Well
hey,
done.
thanks. I think I might actually apply. So
Well done. Thank you guys for giving him feedback. I know it's not
Yeah.
easy to jump in front of 400 people and do that. So thank you, Keaton. All right, we got time for one more question. Maria, go ahead.
Hi, Julie. Hi, team. I love the mission that you guys are doing. As a healthcare administrator, it is, just like Keaton said, it's very frustrating when you're trying to help people and you can't get where you need to go. I was looking on your website and I see that you guys do a lot of giving back to the military. Outside of the Bob Woodruff Foundation, what else do you guys do to give back to veterans and their families?
Just thinking.
I mean, if I could,
Yeah.
let me.
Yeah,
Can I
go
answer
ahead,
that one
Jordan.
too?
Yes,
'Cause
please
I know,
jump in.
because
Yep.
the owner of this company, Scott, who she showed you, we're high school friends. We were classmates, and the Bob Woodruff Foundation, he's also friends with their family, and I know he does a lot with them. But I think probably the best thing that companies can do is hire you guys. There's nothing better, in my opinion. There's not to give you opportunities and give you a look and give you an edge. And you can't speak enough for that. There are too many companies in this country who say they are veteran friendly.
Mhm.
Oh, we love our veterans. And I'm like, can you hire one of them? And they give me a hard time over that. Well, they don't have the experience, and you can't speak enough about that. So that's why I invite Julie and Jen and Joel to come on, is because of their support for you guys. And you don't see that as much. We're trying to change that, but so I appreciate those guys for all that. So anyway, thank you for the question, Maria. So I'm going to let you guys go. Julie, I'm going to get a list after, at the end of the day, we'll get a list of all the candidates who are interested in meeting with you guys. I thank you so much, Jennifer, Joel, for coming on, sharing your stories. This was a really impactful one. I love that you brought them because it brings another perspective to these conversations. So appreciate you guys so much. I will be in touch, Joel.
Excellent. Thank you all.
Thank you so
Have a
much
great
for
day.
inviting us.
Thank you.
You got it.
Bye.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Keaton, that was well done, buddy. Jump on for a sec.
Yes, sir.
Wait, I hate